Hello and welcome back to the Sunday Live. So, we are gonna do something different today. So as you can see here, we have a pickup truck here. Don't mind the lagginess because let's just say I've got beamNG in the background and it's pulling a lot of data. But I digress. So I said we're doing something different. We're gonna firstly start in the engine designer because yes, I'm building another engine from scratch. So I've done some light tuning on it already. It's a inline 6, it's a 7.2 liter engine, and I have some pretty interesting results I want to test out because I've tested out in my own free time, and the results I got was pretty spectacular. So the amount of Newton meters I'm looking for is around 2000 to 5000. That's the rough range I'm working in. Just because of how it is set up. Because this thing is gonna be a behemoth when I'm done with it. Once again, I do apologize for the lagginess because beamNG in the background, it's pulling some data. Once again. So, here's our little engine. By little I mean freaking-enormous. But it's a beautiful engine. I still like this type of engines. So we are running this thing on LNG just because it's the closest thing we technically have to diesel. And I know there's gonna be people in here that's gonna get angry at me because I call that similar to diesel. Which I know the cetane rating for diesel is, well, the closest we have is low quality 85, and also if you want to go the compressed gas route, it's this. But I digress. Once again, I was busy making power, that's what I was doing. So I'm gonna up the compression a little bit. I think there is roughly fine. Yeah, okay, we're over 2000 newtons, and I know that big manufacturers like Cummins, Cat and all those types make use of inline 6 engines just because of how simple they are and how stable they are. As in some cases, some of these engines aren't as stable as some people might think. But inline 6 engines are your most stable engines, but I like V8s because V8 is V8. It's just my American coming through, it's not really a problem. But once again, let's go back here. So I think I'm gonna run, let's do that much boost, I think that would work. Let's just see how much power we have. Yeah, 2400 newtons, okay, it's not terrible. I think we're gonna start running into some problems right around here. And also I need to shrink the rear housing to make more powers. Well, not really rear housing, it's more the turbine inside the housing, but semantics, it'll be fine. If you have a favorite engine that you would like to see, do let me know, because I like reading your comments and it makes my days. So, once again, more boost. How is this looking? Okay, so I think I'm gonna push up to around 3500. I think that's where I'm gonna stop. Just so I can see what other issues we're gonna run into. Because I can already see our power curve here is starting to taper a little bit at the top. So that's not really ideal, but it just comes with the territory. I think I'm gonna have to go and increase our spring and lift tension a little bit. So let's see. Up this a little bit. It's probably gonna change a few things already. I'm thinking. Let's see. Let's move up to 60. Okay. So Didn't make more power as I expected, but I think that the more boost we run, we're gonna start to use that spring and lift tension a little more. Because I know these types of engines typically love around 150 psi with a boost. That's typically what some of these drag racers run on their diesel engines, which is quite remarkable if you really think about it. That we have engines that have been developed so far beyond its regular means that it makes that much power. Well, let me rather say this, it's capable of making that much power that quickly. So I'm just going to lower our cam profile here. Let's just see. That actually helped a little bit, so now we know. More compressor it is. Our power curve is probably going to move again. Yeah, okay, so it didn't move that much, it moved a little bit. But we're already on 3.25 bar of boost, which is a crap load of boost. Let's see, okay. Because the test I've got set up is quite a doozy a little bit. It's 3 semis with trailers attached. Every trailer I think holds about 34 ton, so it's about 38 ton in total without the truck, just on trailers alone, so meaning one trailer is 38 ton. As you take the shell off the trailer and the material it's holding, or liquid it's holding, in this case it's liquid, which is typically water, 34 ton of that, so plus the trailers further give or take 4 ton, with the trucks so give or take another 10 ton or 7 ton, whichever way. So you're looking at a pretty heavy setup. So we're looking just north of 100 ton. See, something exploded, okay. So you can't really push that far ahead because our turbocharger here is making so much a boost it's starting to break our bottom end. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for now. Let's just see how much power that is before I continue. 3,300 newtons is nothing to sneeze at, and we're still pretty darn reliable. The sound isn't actually that bad, so I'm pretty happy. Next is my favorite part of everything, painting this thing. So I'm gonna go with a particular wrinkle red. If you know, you know. Wrinkle red always looks good on inline 6 engines. Once again, if you know, you know. It's hinting towards a certain manufacturer that uses red quite often. I also like that style, so that's the look I'm desiring excuse me. It's the desired look I'm going for, so yeah. I'm just gonna do a singular dyno pull. Let's just see. Whoa, they added this now. Okay, this is new. Let's just see. Oh, we need it. Definitely we need more. Won't export. Okay. Right, well, we can't really mess with that too much, but as you heard, this thing sounds pretty cool. Makes 1,600 horsepower, around 3,385 newtons. Still pretty crazy. So let's move to the car builder, where I've already selected our chassis here. And it costs a beautiful $253,000, which is it is a lot of money, but I like this. So I think I'm gonna do something along the lines of a particular sports car that everyone knows I love, which rhymes with must. It starts with must, okay? That's where I'll leave it. Let's just see. Okay, so we need a depth of 1,000 newtons. So I'm gonna go with a singular dyno pull. Let's just see. Whoa, they added this now. Okay, this is new. 3,300 newtons is nothing to sneeze at, and we're still pretty reliable. Next is my favorite part of everything, painting this thing. So I'm gonna go with a particular wrinkle red. If you know, you know. Wrinkle red always looks good on inline 6 engines. Once again, if you know, you know. It's I think that's probably good enough hint. If you know, you know. Once again, it has the front end of something like this. Once again, it's gonna look pretty darn crazy, I think. I actually wonder why they never took that chassis and made a ute with it. So I actually think that would make a pretty darn good ute. Or pickup truck, or rather, let me say that like this, an El Camino style pickup truck. Business in the front, body in the back. That's the original selling point that Chevrolet went with. But I also think the Ranchero was also, in this case, just in the similar category. I think so. But once again, which grill am I gonna go with? This is gonna look quite crazy, and I'm here for it. That's the one I always go with. Maybe something a little different, so I think this might actually be the one we go with. Oh dear. Starting to look heavy like what I just said. Don't mind that. That actually looks pretty decent. Tell me what y'all think. I like it. Now the rear. Of course we need one of these. This is the most important part of this. It's very important here. I'm gonna do something like that. Then we're just gonna put a side pipe on it, not a direct side pipe in as of right there, is what I mean. It's gonna be out the other side. Let's see. Yeah, that one. Will it play nice? I don't know. Do something like that. Make it hang a little lower. Perfect. We can run with that. That's fine. Cool. Okay. I had to go mess with it now, haven't I? Didn't need to be fine. So something like that would work. And for the rest of the chassis, yes, I say it like that, we're gonna do this. Do some of these door handles. Something like that. We can literally just go and load that again. Let's do, where's that function now? There we go. Perfect. Now we can literally just not mess with it like that, but okay. No problem, game. Click and drag back yonder. Yonder. Make it a little smaller, roughly to where it matches the front. And there we go. Good. I'm gonna add some mirrors to it as well. So I'm gonna go with that mirror style, just a lot more aggressive, but lower too, so it looks pretty proportional, I think. And we're gonna go to the back and add some taillights. So I'm not gonna do custom lights, I think. Meanwhile, I think, but that might change if I don't find the correct light. So that is there. I can use these, it's fine. Just make these a lot bigger than they actually are. Let's do that. That much taller. Okay, yeah, I can work with that. Just literally now throw a bumper on the back. Blech, why can't I speak today? Make this a lot bigger and a lot wider. Something like that. Not that wide, but close enough. There we go. So our picker truck is roughly designed. Now we can just add our wheels. I want something to be able to hold the weight and also be able to look pretty good. So I think, let's see what these look like. I actually might go with that. That's pretty strong too. Hey look, BMW wheels, cool. Anyways, now it's time for color. But what color though? I've already used greens and yellows and blues, so I think let's use an orange. Have I used orange yet? I can't remember. That actually doesn't look too terrible in orange. So it looks like in grey. Yeah, okay, so grey is the move. Not gonna mess with the wheels, so there we have it. Here's our pickup truck. So let's export it to beamNG after I name it. Do that, and we'll call it must be good at towing. Yeah, I think that's a good name. Welcome to It Must Be Good at Towing. That's funny. Dumb, but it's funny. Cheesy, but it's great. So we're just gonna move all that. We're gonna move all this. Now note, this might not export because beamNG has been, well, to be able to say this, automation has been broken for a little bit. I hope they've fixed the issues that I've encountered in the recent update they did, which we will have to see if they did. And I export my vehicle. Okay, so we're just gonna have to wait for this thing to load. How long that's gonna take, I don't know. But yeah, I love this pickup truck. So far it's been a good truck. I mean, I'm curious to see if it can tow as much weight that I think it will be. I think it will be able to. Let's see if it exports first. Let's see. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go and show you guys the setup I made in beamNG for the towing test. So here we are. So this is what we're working with. 3 semis around, I think I said it was around 30-40 ton per truck. Close to 100 ton or over 100 ton in trucks. Yes, it's a bit laggy, I know, don't worry. But all of these are connected via a rope, which I've tested it and the rope works. But I digress. So let's go and see if our vehicle's exported. Not yet. So I'm gonna leave you guys in beamNG. You can admire and make your guesses in the comments below what you think it's gonna do in the towing test. I think it might work in the towing test, I think so. I'm gonna leave you in the middle truck, right about there, let's see. This thing is taking longer than usual to export, so now we can close beamNG, or excuse me, I can close automation, and let's go test this thing in beamNG, as I've got a pretty good idea what it's going to do for towing, and also going to do a speed test. So I'm firstly going to do the speed test, so let's see what it can do in a straight line, which this vehicle isn't designed for, but once again, it'll be fine. Yeah. And these are big semis. These aren't your regular semis. These are stretched frame 6x4 configuration trucks, which I actually wish they had the third wheel, well, third set of drive axle. That would actually be pretty ideal. So just gonna check. Okay, so this is already okay. So I'm gonna close automation now. So yeah, lovely. Okay. So I'm just waiting for beamNG to load again because I see it's not wanting to respond. So yeah, how's everybody's day been? I do hope it's good. beamNG might close on me. It just might. So if it does close, I apologize. But yep, it's fine. It can play nice. Let's see. Okay, beamNG, can you respond please? Okay, beamNG isn't responding, so I apologize. Why does this keep happening to me every freaking stream? Wait, it's back, it's back. Heh, it's back. So I just wanted to go to the front truck. Yeah, okay, cool. So now we can spawn our vehicle. Yay. We might have to spawn another rope. We might. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, here we are. See if it's in here. Let's set it. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Spawn new. There we go. Here's our truck. Okay. So hopefully this plays nice. I think. It should be. But anyway. I'm sorry if all this is confusing to anybody, so I apologize. The craziness is happening. That's just the way my brain works. It goes all over the place first and then it thinks to work. So, once again, I apologize. It's crazy. Let's see. Okay, game, can we respond? Thank you. Beautiful. Here's our little truck. So let's do a speed test first and then I'll come back and tow. Okay, this doesn't pull too badly, but to see this EC something is messing up. I'm gonna turn that off and I'm gonna switch the transfer case to 4 high. This isn't too terrible so far, it's pulling nicely. I'll say that much. Pulling pretty decently. So this isn't geared to go 200 miles an hour. I think I lowered that below a good amount. I don't know, I can't remember. It isn't squatting too terribly, so it's pretty good. Well, we just reached 200 miles an hour in this thing. I mean, why am I so surprised? 7.2 liters, 3000 newtons. Yeah, that's gonna happen. We're nicely in its power band. We're sitting pretty in it, so. Oh, another door handle there. But okay, let's go test it. Let's go test its towing capability. Let me just add another rope. This might once again lag. This game does not like when you have more than one vehicle. 2 is okay, 3 is starting to become a problem, more than 4 is, yeah, that's pretty much death to it. But we have to work with what we have. That's the best way I'll put it to you. But once again, just looking for our rope, which I will find it just here. Okay, here we go. Cool. rope and add rope. And also this thing has a weight too, it's 33 pounds, which is quite heavy for a rope. Now we have to play this game again. One rope, second rope, chalk. Just gonna click and drag this over here. This should attach right about now. Okay, there we go. So now we have a big ass rope attached to our chalk. I'm probably gonna have to be in full low for this. Probably. Let's plop it in neutral again. So now we're gonna take our rope here. Now we're gonna try and attach it to our chalk. So I think the best place I have found is right on the bumper, right there. Let's see how much time it will take before it attaches itself. I'm just gonna give it some room to attach, so I'm gonna reverse into the preferred length of the rope. It's gonna attach itself just in a second. It's taken a lot longer than I think it would, but once again, it's fine. So I don't know, over 100 ton in vehicles, give or take, and a vehicle that has over 3000 newtons, so I think it might be a pretty good test. You see its towing capabilities a little bit. Let's see, is it attached now? It should be. Any moment now it should be attached. So I'm just gonna go through, so I'm rather gonna get out of the vehicle I have now, and I'm gonna walk over and go and pretty much attach, or let me rather say this, or rather go through and see whether or not the handbrakes are off on every vehicle. So I think I left them on. It's not terrible. So far it's not terrible. The lag is a little bit of a problem. We're running at 9 frames per second, so I thought it's gonna be way worse. Actually thought it's gonna be way worse. So that should not have a handbrake on right now. Okay, cool. Then we're gonna go to our last truck here. I wish there was an easier way to do this, but I've not found it, and if you have an easier way to do it, do let me know. I love to read comments once again. I'm gonna run to the front, running at 5 miles an hour. What is my life? A problem? Be fine, I think. Board noises are dangerous. Don't you see? We're gonna get in here. Okay, so let's see if it's even possible to tow all these semis with this thing. I think it is, but one way to find out is put it in gear, take up the slack, right up to there I think. So I'm gonna lay in the power a little bit at a time. Should start rolling those trucks, okay. The engine's starting to rev up a little bit. We're not even in boost yet. It's already moving it. So I'm gonna go and see if I can make a proper pull with this. There we go, now it's starting to get into boost. 1 psi, 3. We have a lot of room to go, so let's start laying it in. I'm gonna put it in manual mode. Now it's just starting to spin, so I'm a little bit out of it. And it decided to die on me. Come on, start. We're actually pulling it, so that's pretty decent. Why are you going backwards, Chuck? Forwards. Okay, now we're just doing burnouts. But at least we know now we can tow 3 trucks with this. At least know that now. I think I'm gonna throw it back in 4 high. See what we can do in 4 high. Should pull a lot easier now. Come on. No. Power. Okay, that's not too terrible, I mean. Yeah. We should actually do a crash test and see how good this thing does against 3 semis. Don't know what's going on with that back semi, but should probably get back online now. But it's very glitchy, so. Who would like to see this thing versus the train? I think that would be a pretty darn good view. Okay. So there we have it. That's pretty cool. This thing can tow 3 semis. That's really nice. Let's take our thumbnail picture that I'm going to place the current thumbnail with a bit later. And let's go and do some craziness. Stop. Okay, so now I'm going to remove all the other vehicles. And we're going to go have some fun. I'm going to go do some jumping with this, some off-roading with this. Pretty much everything I think is necessary to do with a vehicle like this. So, let's go do that. This thing can even power slide, which is nice. It's currently in 4 high, we're gonna clip this. Okay, no problem. What I like about it, it's not too loud either. Might be a very controversial take of me, but it's not that loud, which I actually quite enjoy sometimes. This is the problem sometimes with beamNG vehicles and automation vehicles. Brakes typically lock up because I'm crazy and I like driving fast, so I blame everything on the vehicle. So it power slides pretty nicely, I can say that. Let's do some rock testing, shall we? Brake. There we go. See what breaks off when we do some rock testing. Don't know why the hazards are on, but okay. Breaking the side skirts off, okay, no problem. Okay, 4 high does not want to play nice, so let's do 4 low. With ease. Here's some more rock testing. And this one's on a gradient, so this pretty much simulates whatever you climb over with a vehicle like this, so let's see. I'll take it slow at first, and start to accelerate a bit. It actually climbs pretty darn good. For a vehicle on tires that aren't meant for climbing, or any of this type of driving. It does actually pretty nicely. So the highest we can go is 30 degrees, which it's not great, but what can you do? It's not a vehicle that's designed for this type of stuff. I didn't design it for that. Next one I actually want to test is, let's see, sand. Tires I have on it should work on sand too. And this is that loose sand, so it's stuff you find on the beach. gun it, but it will do. So it will reach the 60 mark without any problems. That's pretty decent, actually. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this thing. I love this type of videos, so do let me know, and thank you for watching. And I want to say have a fantastic day, and consider to like, comment, share and subscribe. And I'm always here, and I'll see you on the For People Monday. Monday's video is going to be pretty crazy. I'll give you some hints towards Monday's video. Let's just say it's the engine we built now, but with a lot more power, as far as I can push it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.